Yo, what's up, gladiators? Welcome back to the Coliseum. I'm Awesome here, back with another video, and today I actually wanted to do a little bit more of like a guide type tutorial video and give y'all three tips or three easy tips and tricks that y'all should be practicing every day. They only take a couple minutes and it will help you become a better, Dragon Ball FighterZ player and maybe even fighting game player in general. Alright guys, so getting back into it, I had to set up the bars and everything. The first thing I want you to practice is happy birthday combos. Pretty easy to practice. I know there's a lot of situations, especially for me. I didn't even start labbing happy birthday combos until recently. But, there's always those times where you get the stray hits, they call their assist, and then you get both of them, and you snap them in, you get some good damage, but it's always nice to have a combo that'll just kill, just have a killing happy birthday combo. So to do this, obviously, I think a lot of people will know how to record, but in case you don't, I have it as the left joystick, L3, to set up the recording, to take control, and then you press it again to do the actual recording, and then you do whatever you want to do, and then you press right here to do the actual, action, the whatever it is. And I just have Kid Buu assist just because I like to practice all of my stuff on tiny characters because, they're the ones that will have some variable timing to everything that happens. So you go ahead, press the thing. In a common situation, like another thing is, you want to practice these combos off of the common situations you get. So a very common situation I get is I'm blocking and then boom, Gogeta goes in and hits them. But right there, obviously, as you see, it didn't hit both of them, but there it did. So I'll just have them do that, and then boom, Gogeta goes in. If I could time it right, Gogeta goes in, and I keep messing it up. I see, like, right, that's another reason it's good to practice, so you don't mess up like this. And then, yeah, there you go, something like that. And obviously I keep on dropping it, but that's why it's a good thing to practice. Hopefully I can show you an example. And then obviously there's stuff like Gogeta. I was practicing this one earlier, and then boom, he drops out. So it's good to just, as confident as you feel in your combos, it's always good to practice these happy birthday combos. See, now I'm just dropping normal combos. And then especially with some weird characters like Base Goku, he has some like unconventional happy birthday combo stuff. And then, yeah, we can't really fully kill Kid Buu, or from what I know, I don't think I can really fully kill him with Base Goku, but that's another thing. I'm just going to keep on labbing him, keep on labbing these happy birthday combos, and it's really easy. Like, it's not some crazy secret tech you need to learn. It's just, just happy birthday combos. And empty vanishing is key here. I don't know why I'm not doing it or why it's not coming out. Kind of just trash. Sorry, guys. See, here we go, and then boom, Kid Buu is dead. But yeah, that's just one of the three things I can think of. Never mind, he didn't die. One of the three things I can think about that you should be practicing every single day, or not every single day, but pretty often, because there's going to be a lot of happy birthday situations you're going to really want to take advantage of, and why not, practice, so you know the routine for whenever you do get those stray hits. Okay guys, so the next thing I want y'all to practice is jabbing out super dash, air to airing super dash. So just like this. I know those of y'all that have been watching on the YouTube and on the Twitch, y'all been seeing me practice this from time to time, and it's a really, really useful skill to use. And you can't, it takes some practice. You can't do it all the time. Some of your characters might have better air buttons, like Gogeta and Jiren. They have really good air buttons to do this kind of stuff. And if you look at that, like, that's some good damage. Obviously, if you're on the ground, you just want a 2H. But, there's a lot of situations where in the air, and then someone tried to super dash in, or super dash assist, and then they're just going to get in on you for free, and you don't want to let people do that, You want to stop them from that kind of approach, and what better way to just jab out the super dash. Obviously, the timing is the same here, because I keep hitting him at the same angle. But another tip in training mode is, you go to recording settings, and you record a whole bunch of these slots. And then once you record those slots, you can put the playback method on repeat randomly and then automatically play, and then they'll just keep shuffling through all of those different options that you recorded until, like, it's like a guessing game. Like, you can set the bot, you record the bot, set it to super dash at a bunch of different times, and then after that, just let it go crazy, and then just do your best to jab all the super dashes. Obviously, there's a little bit of a timing to it. The bigger your air normals are, the more of a window you have. Like Piccolo, he has a gigantic window to do that. That's a character that made me first start wanting to do this because it was so fun to do it with him. I was like, well, you know, Gogeta and Jiren, they both have some pretty good air normals. Not as good as Piccolo, of course, but you know, maybe I can try to master that, doing that. And it's pretty nice because, like I said, people that want to approach with like Super Dash Assist or Super Dash something, you keep them away, you keep them at bay, and then it gets harder depending on the kind of characters you have. Like Super Saiyan Base Goku, like the timing is much tighter because his air jab is not. See, if you look at Base Goku's air jab, it's just the same distance. If you look at Jiren's, he's got a big old jab. I know it's the same distance as his grounded jab, but I don't know. He has a bigger range, and it's easy to confirm it into auto combo. Like Jiren's second hit of his auto combo is actually pretty good. See, just like that, boom. Same thing with Gogeta. Gogeta has a really nice air jab, and then Gogeta, he also has other options like that, and that option, I have a lot of time to do that one. I can do that one really early. So I might get in the habit of doing that to react to Super Dash. But it's also nice to just have a one button tool. And then to get to keep your Super Dash, you know, like you keep your Super Dash after this if you're just floating around in air. Obviously, if you already spent 2 jumps, you're not going to have the extra jump after you hit them. But it's still some nice damage, and you see me just not hitting it. So that's why you want to practice it very often, you know. Practice it, especially when you get those good connection games with good strong opponents. You want to be able to put them in check with this tool to keep them from super dashing. And then now we're going to get into our final tip that you should be practicing every day, or at least pretty often when you get a chance. Alright guys, our final tip is a little vague, it's a little ambiguous, but I'm going to give you what I practice in this category. And the final category is movement. I think movement is something you should be practicing every single day. If for at least, you know, maybe like 5-10 minutes, like just that little amount of movement practice, or even in between your games. If you're gonna go do a casual session or a rank session, you want to practice that movement. And I don't know if y'all been, I've been talking about me practicing a lot of these things in my videos. So like something like this. So this is what I've been working on lately. Is it's like a pseudo moon jump. It's not like a true moon jump like the ones that everyone does, but it has the same effects with less of a risk. Because the normal moon jump, you gotta like hold a button. If you mess it up, you're gonna get a super and blah blah blah. But with this one, if you mess up. So what I do is first let me explain it, and then I'll explain what happens if you mess up. I do a dash and super jump. A dash super jump. That's all you do. Dash super jump, and then you look at all that movement. Look at all of that screen that you cover, and then you can also dash and just hold up back, and then you'll start floating, and then you can have another jump too. And then Gogeta obviously has an extra dash. So I do, like I said, I do dash, super jump, and then if you mess this up, you're either gonna get a dash jump, which is still okay. That's a dash jump right there. You know, it's not bad. You still get in. You just don't have any kind of crazy momentum. And then the other thing happens if you mess it up, you get a super jump, which also isn't bad. Because you can just float. You can, well, now I'm just so used to doing how I normally do, but yeah, you'll get like a super jump, and it's not bad at all. You can fast fall, you can, stay in the air, float. Nothing bad about that at all. But when you do get it, just look how far you go across the screen. I've been using this a lot lately, and then I have something like Gogeta's Ki Blast, boom. So say, well, obviously he has a really good angled beam, but say it's like base Goku, or even Broly, Broly's throwing out that orb or whatever. That was just me showing it, doing the input for it. You go over and then boom. Depending on how much control you have over, you might get right in their face and just bop them. But if not, someone like Gogeta, boom, just like that. We got a full combo if I know how to convert off of that. You get a full combo, and it's a really good tool. And then if you're just doing this a lot, like you get meter, you see my meter going up. And then if people get too impatient, like they can't hit you, they might super dash at you, and then just like I was talking about earlier, boom, just bop them, jab them out of that super dash, and it's really good. Outside of that though, obviously your air dashes, you want them crisp all the time. Practice them, because there's a lot of times I hit my air dashes probably like 95% of the time. Like every now and then I'll drop it, or I'll drop one, and usually when I do drop one, it's a pretty bad drop. Like I really needed that air dash, so I still don't even have it down 100%. And then some people, might be not impossible, but there's always just human error. People just make mistakes, and no matter how good you are, people might be dropping air dashes, but it doesn't help, or it doesn't hurt to just practice them pretty often, quite often, in addition to your other stuff. And that's another thing. Super jumping, you want to do that a lot. It's really good, like default movement tool. Obviously you want to get your default to what I'm doing right there, and obviously I can still improve upon this. Like, see how much I glided over the screen with one jump. It's pretty crazy. And there I didn't get it, I just got the dash jump, but that's still pretty good. It's still a really, really good tool that I feel a lot of people should be taking advantage of. And then when you do all of these things, when you do all of this stuff, it makes other aspects of the game seem easier, like this. I don't know if I can show you. I don't really do it because there's no point in my team doing it. If I can, I'm trying to. Oh yeah, here he goes. So I'm trying to do the super jump instant air dash. Super jump instant air dash float, but it's just not happening. And see, now I'm just messing up big time, which is why, again, it's a good thing to practice things like that. Like I said, my team doesn't have too much of a use for it. I'm trying to do the instant air dash. It's just not happening. The instant air dash super jump float, which is really good for like 21. But none of my characters really have a use for that mix, so I don't really do it. Like, there's no point in me doing it. But just little tools like that in movement that will help out your character, especially like Gogeta. Gogeta, he has no full screen presence. He just has a key blast, and he has this thing to go through things. But what you really want to do is just master that movement, and then someone with Gogeta becomes that much more threatening because of how good your movement can be and how hard it can be to keep him out if your opponent chooses to keep him out. Same thing with Jiren, and then Jiren. A lot of people struggle when I do stuff like this. They're spamming key blast, but if they, just dash jump, or if they, try to do the moon jump over it, or even a dash jump, they can get in and punish me, or, just get in my face and try to pressure me. And sometimes I'm usually safe enough to get away, but, it's always good to catch me slipping, and then, they got that good movement, and they're ready to get in, get a full punish. But yeah, guys, that's going to be all for this video. Remember, practice your happy birthdays. Obviously, I need to practice those. I might practice those right now. Practice your happy birthdays. Practice your jabbing super dashes. And then practice your movement. Practice those three things just occasionally. I mean, you don't got to do it every single day, but the more you do it, the better you'll become as a player. And these are just easy tips, things that like you don't need, to lab. You don't need to do a whole bunch of different setups. You don't got to practice, mixing and blocking. Maybe I'll make a part 2 where it's a little bit more advanced things you should be practicing more often. But right now, these are just some easy things you can boot up the game and do right now. You can do all of these steps in like 10 minutes. Like, you can practice all of these things in 10 minutes. But yeah, guys, that's gonna be all for this video. Leave a like, leave a comment, let me know any other tips that you would like to see for Dragon Ball FighterZ. I might do some more character guides soon. I think I want to do like a revised base Goku guide. I don't think my Gogeta is there yet for me to do a guide, but I do want to keep learning with Gogeta, and then maybe eventually I'll do a guide, or at least guide with the way I play him, because I play him pretty unorthodoxly, but that's fine. But anyways, guys, peace out, stay awesome.